Okay, another video here. Been kind of doing videos as I can. So I did a couple of videos earlier today. Actually, I did 3. I didn't upload the 3rd. That's kind of something else. I'm going to do one more with bees. I know you were looking forward to that, right? But anyway, don't matter. If you don't like it, watch another channel. So, I am completely dressed to deal with beehives right now, right? No. Okay, well, am I ready to deal with beehives now? Got my smoker. I'm ready now. Oh, wait a minute. My bees are a little bit more feisty. So, I need a bigger smoker, right? Is that what I need? I need a bigger smoker. I need a bigger one. Now I'm ready, right? Oh, no. Not? Okay. Oh, I forgot. I gotta put on a veil. That's what I need. Then I'll really be ready to deal with bees. Especially when they're, kind of aggressive, right? Now I'm ready. I got my short sleeve shirt on because I'm feeling kind of hot. I really don't want to put on a bee suit, so I think I'm ready now. Right? No, you're not ready. We have all of these people out there that really don't like putting on a bee suit. They don't. Oh, well, I'm hot. I'm uncomfortable. Well, they have vented suits now. Okay? This is a vented veil. Now, you just gotta suck it up. Put on the suit. It's just all there is to it. There ain't no getting around putting on a suit. You should want to put on a suit. Because nobody really likes getting stung that I know of. But, as you can see, here's my old smoker, right? This is an oldie. And it's not real big. I don't even know how big this is. Like 8 inch, right? Okay, this is about 8 inch. Now, this one is about 10, I think. This one's the newer one. These are both Dadent. Okay, Dadent. See my hat, Dadent. They make the best smoker on the market. They always have. So, when I wanted to get a larger smoker, I naturally looked up Dadent. They make the best smokers. This one has a heat guard for around the finger area there, and then it's got this guard around here. Plus it has a hanger, which this older one has nothing. It's got nothing. So this one was fairly built up with creosote and stuff, and I dug it out a while back. Anyway, this one's brand new, so this one will be for the up and coming. Right, still got the quote-unquote instructions in there. Alright. So many people have an aversion to wearing a bee suit. Well, the thing is that if you start dealing with more aggressive bees like you should, and try to get away from these tamer bees, start dealing with more aggressive bees, because it's better. It's, as I've said, they take care of their hive better. They're more aggressive. They do, when something comes in, they're on it. It's like they're on it. They get rid of the pests. I talked about African bees, Africanized bees from down south. They've got Africanized bees where they cross crossbred them in the 50s. They've got them from Brazil all the way up through Central America and then the southern United States now. And Asia has aggressive bees, and East Russia, the East Russian bee is aggressive. They got their aggressive traits from the Asian bee. Those bees are better at taking care of their colonies. Okay, so when you got a hive and you got a colony inhabiting that hive, then if it's of the more aggressive type, they are more prolific. They make more honey, and everything is more. So that's why when I say bigger colonies, when you got aggressive bees, you're going to have bigger colonies because they're more prolific. They're just like on hyperdrive, okay? And also they're like, if they got an issue, you know, they've got Varroa issue or whatnot, they're automatically in hyperdrive to like make up for losses, okay? Making up for losses so that you need a bigger hive. This is why back when Dayton was making hives of their specific size that they liked back 100 plus years ago, this company's from 1863. I've got a book, Dated System of Beekeeping, and it talks about the hive that they had, which was much larger. It was a good deal larger than a Langstroth hive. It was like a jumbo Langstroth, and those hives did very well. I don't know why. I guess everything just succumbed to the Langstroth because that became more or less the standard, right? But anyway, if you have a larger hive for a larger area for brood and so on, then you have a bigger colony. And if you have aggressive bees, they're going to be much better at getting out, you know, the bad guys, hive beetles and whatnot. The thing is that they survive on their own out there in the wild. And that is the key too, also to treatment free, is wild bees. You can't take bees that you've been feeding sugar water. You can't take bees and treat them like wild bees. You can't just cut them off from sugar water. It's like a drug, right? And sugar is like a drug. I remember years ago I used to take sugar and cream in my coffee, and I quit sugar. Man, I'll tell you, it was really hard not putting sugar in my coffee. I still put milk in it or cream when I'm at home, but when I'm out somewhere I just drink it black. I'll, you know, either that or the other. It's fine, right? Prefer it with cream or milk, but you know, if I can't get that, then I'm okay with just black coffee. But the sugar I just cut out. It took me 2 or 3 weeks to get over the craving for sugar just in my coffee. Sugar is like a drug, and you know, I could see if you just cut bees off from sugar water, you know, I don't know. But anyway, I don't know anybody that has successfully transferred from sugar water, what you might call sugar water bees, to natural bees. And you know, people say, well, honey's just like sugar. Well, yeah, they're both sweet, but that don't mean they are, you know, the same as far as the chemistry goes. I mean, honey is different. You get cane sugar and you got honey. I mean, you know, they're a bit different. They're different. It's kind of like stevia. If you look at stevia on the chemistry level, the level when you look at it on a chemistry point of view, stevia is an exact opposite of real sugar. When any chemists out there, you know, organic chemistry, whatever, when you look at stevia, it's the exact opposite of real sugar. They just like transpose a molecule or something. I don't remember what it was, something like that. Yeah, they both taste sweet, but they're still the same. They're not the same. They taste the same, they're not the same. One gets absorbed by your body and one passes through your body or something like that. But anyway, there's differences between sugar and and uh, and honey, and especially honey that has been made uh, naturally and not with bees that have been slurping up sugar water. Okay, so if you take natural honey from natural bees, there are medicinal properties in that natural honey. I have a book around here somewhere. I misplaced it. I know it's here in the house. I'm gonna have to find it, but it's all about uh, conditions that you have, diabetes and whatever. You know, treating with honey. Treat with honey. You know, honey as a way to heal. Okay, now if you have a wound, if you have a skin wound, for instance, right? And some of you guys have been in the military and have had wounds where you had skin graft stuff. You know, maybe you went to the skin graft ward and they took a piece of skin from somewhere else and they helped you out by grafting it into another area of your arm or your hand or your leg or whatnot. I had a buddy of mine, he had a big patch on his leg where he had a graft, but when a skin wound gets too large, when you've lost too much skin in an area, uh, skin will only grow back so much, and then you got to you got to graft another piece. Okay, but if you have a small area, let's say you're a diabetic. Let's say you have a diabetic and you have a open sore on your leg or arm or something, it just doesn't want to heal, right? It's because of a couple of reasons. Now I'm gonna disclaim myself. I'm not a medical doctor, but if it's not too big of an opening, okay, to where you might have to have a graft, but it's still small enough to where it just doesn't want to heal or it's healing super slow. You could take some natural honey, unfiltered honey, natural treatment-free unfiltered honey, and put it on there, and then put you a big one of those big fat band-aids over the top of that, and just, you know, put a good amount of honey on there, leave it on there for a week, take it off, clean it, put another one back on there, and do that a few times, and that thing will close up. That will heal. I've seen it happen, and they talk about this in that book too. Yeah, the healing properties of honey. So just because you might be slightly diabetic doesn't mean that you can't, you know, have some honey, you know, or use it for certain things, because completely natural honey is good for you. It's got good stuff in it when it's unfiltered. I talked about this before. You look at these grades of honey. Grade A, oh, it's clear, it's golden. You know, oh man, I could see through this honey. I could use it for a magnifying glass. No, it's not the one you want. You want the honey that's dark and it's got particles in it. And generally, that kind of honey comes from your honeycomb that has had several years of bees producing other bees through it. The comb is dark, not black, but it's darker. You know, that bee bread. Some of you will know what I'm talking about. That bee bread, or you know, that sort of stuff. That right there, that is the good stuff. That's what has all the healing properties in it and all this good stuff for your body. Right? I ran out of time, by the way. But yeah, you can't take a regular hive that's been sucking on sugar water and go treatment free with and just go with feeding them their own honey. I mean, they're already addicted to that sugar water. You know, you need to go and catch you a swarm, wild bees. Get you some swarm traps. Put them at the edges of woods and stuff like that. Catch you some bees. Take the bees down. Make sure you got the queen. Once you've captured the queen, you put that queen in your hive, and then you just open up everything and drop them all in. Drop them all in, as many as you can, then cover, put the top on, and then set the box right outside that hive. They'll find that queen. They'll be like, "We got a new house." And they'll go right in. It all sounds super easy on video, but you'll have a difficult time at first. But even me, get back into it or whatever, I'm gonna forget stuff and I'm gonna make mistakes. But the thing is that once you get a base of knowledge, and if you can kind of work with somebody that's treatment free, get some books, read up on it, whatnot. You can combine some things with others, and the whole idea is to basically get your bees a house and keep them happy, and keep the temperature good. This is where your insulated hives come in, and yeah, and don't fiddle with them too much. Just fiddle with them a little bit. Make sure they've got what they need. Just keep on going. So take only a little bit and leave a lot. Make sure the bees got plenty to eat of their own honey. We'll see you.